Have you ever wondered what it takes to publish a quality research paper? It's not just about having a great idea, but also about how you convey that idea to the world. It involves a systematic process, a journey of sorts, which can be both challenging and rewarding. The process begins with selecting a worthy topic, one that not only piques your interest, but also contributes to the existing body of knowledge. Then comes the stage of conducting comprehensive research, gathering data and analyzing it to support your argument. Next, you'll be writing the paper itself, presenting your findings in a structured and coherent manner. Once this is done, your work will undergo a rigorous peer review to ensure it meets the high standards of academic research. Finally, you submit your paper to a journal with a good impact factor, and if all goes well, your paper gets published. Without further ado, let's dive into the process. First and foremost, the process starts with choosing a topic. Now, this isn't just about picking something that piques your interest. It's about finding a subject that's both relevant and unique. You want to contribute something new to the field, right? Then your topic should be something that hasn't been heavily explored. But here's the thing, it's not just about being unique. Your topic also needs to be interesting. It needs to intrigue you. Why? Because you're going to spend a lot of time on it. The more interested you are, the easier and more enjoyable the research process will be. So, how do you select this magical topic? Start by reading widely in your area of interest. Look for gaps in the existing research or new developments that need further exploration. And remember, a well-chosen topic isn't just a starting point. It sets the tone for everything that follows. Once you've selected your topic, it's time to move on to the next step. After deciding on a topic, the next step is conducting thorough research. This is the part where you become a detective, hunting for clues and gathering evidence to support your topic. It's not just about reading a few articles or books. It's about diving deep into the subject matter, challenging existing knowledge and finding new insights. Now, not all sources are created equal. You need to ensure that you're using reliable, credible ones. How do you do that? Think academic journals, reputable newspapers, government websites, and expert interviews. These provide solid, trustworthy information that can back up your arguments and give your paper the academic rigor it needs. And remember, just like a detective keeps a record of every clue and every lead, you must keep a record of all your sources. This will come in handy when you need to cite your sources in your paper. Citing your sources not only gives credit where it's due, but also strengthens your arguments by showing that they are grounded in robust research. Keep in mind that research is not a linear process. You might find yourself going back and forth, discovering new sources that lead you to rethink your arguments or even your topic. That's okay. In fact, that's good. It means you're thinking critically, questioning, and refining your ideas. Also, don't forget to take notes. Write down your thoughts, ideas, questions, and reflections. These will serve as the building blocks of your paper when you start writing, and they'll save you a lot of time and effort later on. As you conduct your research, be patient. It's a time-consuming process, but it's also one of the most rewarding parts of writing a research paper. You'll learn a lot, not just about your topic, but also about how to think critically, analyze information, and build solid arguments. After you've gathered enough data, you can start writing your research paper. But remember, the success of your paper depends largely on the quality of your research. So take your time, be thorough, and don't be afraid to dig deep. Now comes the challenging part, writing the research paper. Writing a research paper can feel like constructing a skyscraper. It's all about building from the ground up, with each section playing an integral role in the overall structure. Let's break it down, shall we? First up, we have the introduction. It's like the blueprint of your skyscraper. The introduction sets the stage for your research, providing the context and the purpose of your study. It's your chance to lure in your reader, so make it intriguing and engaging. Next, we venture into the literature review. This is where you get to show off your knowledge. You'd be discussing previous studies done on the topic, highlighting their findings and limitations. It's about showcasing the existing body of knowledge and how your research fits into it. It's like laying the foundation of your skyscraper. The third section is the methodology. This is your construction site. It's where you detail the tools and techniques you used in your research. How did you gather your data? What analytical techniques did you use? Remember, your methodology should be replicable. It's about transparency and accountability, so be as detailed as possible. Moving on, we have the results section. This is your skyscraper taking shape. Here you present the findings of your research without any bias or interpretation, just the facts in all their raw glory. Finally, we have the discussion. This is the crowning glory of your skyscraper. Here you interpret your results and discuss their implications. What does your research mean in the grand scheme of things? How does it contribute to the existing knowledge? It's your chance to make your research resonate with your reader. Throughout this process, remember the 3 C's of writing: clear, concise, and coherent. You're not just writing for academics, you're writing for anyone interested in your research. So make sure your paper is easy to understand, gets to the point, and flows smoothly. Once you've written your paper, it's time to get some feedback. Getting feedback is a crucial part of the process. Now that we've written our paper, it's time to get some fresh eyes on it. And this is where peer review comes in. Peer review is a method used by academics to ensure the quality of published research. It involves having your work scrutinized by experts in your field before it's published. This process is invaluable as it provides an opportunity to get constructive feedback on your work from those who understand it best. Your peers can be colleagues, mentors, or even individuals on online platforms dedicated to academic research. They will look at your paper with a critical eye, checking for validity, reliability, and originality. They'll point out any gaps in your research, suggest improvements, and ensure that your arguments are clear and well supported. This feedback, though it might be tough to swallow at times, will help you improve your paper significantly. Upon receiving feedback, revise your paper accordingly. Your research will be all the better for it. After revising your paper, it's time to submit it for publication. Now, this is a crucial step, one that requires a strategic approach. You see, the right journal can amplify your research's impact significantly. But how do you find that perfect fit? Start by identifying journals that specialize in your field of study. The key here is to aim for a journal with a solid impact factor. This factor is a measure of the frequency an average article in a journal is cited in a particular year. It's a good indicator of the journal's reputation and influence in the academic world. Once you've shortlisted a few potential journals, it's time to dig deeper. Read their aims and scope section to understand if your research aligns with what they're looking for. Look at the types of articles they've published in the past. Does your paper fit the bill? Now let's talk about the submission process itself. Each journal has its own guidelines for submissions, and it's crucial to follow these to the letter. From formatting to citation style, ensure your paper ticks all the boxes. Once you've submitted your paper, it enters the review process. This is where the journal's editorial board and peer reviewers critically evaluate your work. They assess the validity, significance, and originality of your research. It's not uncommon for papers to go through several rounds of revisions before they're deemed ready for publication. Remember, feedback is part of the process. It's not personal, but a constructive way to enhance the quality of your work. If your paper is rejected, don't be disheartened. Use the feedback to improve your paper and try again. When your paper is accepted, it's time to celebrate. You've navigated a complex process, put in hard work, and now your research is ready to contribute to your field's body of knowledge. Once your paper is accepted, congratulations, you've successfully published a research paper. So that's all there is to publishing a quality research paper. Let's have a quick recap of the journey we've been on. It all starts with selecting a topic that is both interesting and significant. After that, you dive headfirst into conducting meticulous and comprehensive research. The next step is to put pen to paper, or rather fingers to keyboard, and craft a clear, concise, and compelling narrative around your findings. But the journey doesn't end there. The peer review process is an essential part of ensuring the credibility and accuracy of your work. Finally, you'll submit your paper for publication, and in some cases, you may need to revise and refine your work based on the feedback you receive. It's a rewarding, albeit challenging process, but remember, the keys to a successful research paper are thorough research, clear writing, and perseverance. Happy researching!